Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zhang here, and today I'm back with another episode of Road to Rank, where I climb the online VGC 17 ladder and provide live commentary as I go. Just about finishing things up with this team. One thing I actually did want to mention is that, you can use QR codes now to scan teams, and I think that's really cool. I'll probably put some of my teams from previous Road to Ranks on so you guys can try them out, but I also wanted to get some opinions on whether you guys would like to see me maybe feature some other teams on Road to Ranked, or whether maybe you want to see a separate series for that. I really did want to see, and I don't know whether I'll be using, my own team, or maybe if you guys want to offer some of your teams to try out. I think one cool thing would be kind of playing with some people's teams and critiquing them, and maybe giving some advice as I go along, and just featuring other cool teams along the way. It's a really helpful feature, and it's pretty cool that Pokemon implemented that. So if you have any recommendations or thoughts about that, definitely let me know in the comments below. And if you have any specific teams you want to show me, or maybe have me potentially try out either here or on stream in the future, definitely let me know in the comments below. I would definitely take all of that into consideration. I'd really like to, try out some different stuff, and with this QR code feature, you can have all kinds of wacky shenanigans and cool teams being featured. So we're going to find David Hell VGC for our first opponent right away. Like I said, we are wrapping things up with this team pretty shortly, but it should be a fun, and wow, is that like the QR code that you can use to scan it? Like, I see the QR feature next to his name. Didn't even know that was a thing. So I'm gonna get into the first game of today's episode. As always, if you guys enjoy Road to Rank, please share your support by leaving a like in the video. I'd really appreciate it. David here rocking a team, a really cool team actually, with Mismagius and Braviary. Those two definitely sticking out the most, but the other things being Tapu Fini, Arcanine, Kartana, and Garchomp. So that core relatively common, but the Braviary and the Mismagius, very, very interesting here. We did see Logan Castro using Mismagius over at Regionals. He played on stream, had some cool performances with that. I don't think he made top cut, but it was like the MVP when he played on stream, so that was neat. So now he goes like pretty nice against Arcanine, Fini, Garchomp, and the Braviary, but I think Kartana is definitely the main concern. So for that reason, I think Coco is definitely the right way to go here, because it outspeeds pretty much everything. Yeah, I like Coco a lot. Coco next to maybe Garchomp. That is the lead I typically go with the most often, but for a good reason. Coco, Garchomp. I think Gyarados, now Ego. This is probably like the most common four that I go with. Arcanine hasn't seen too much usage on this team. I would bring Arcanine here, but the Braviary and the fact that Arcanine doesn't do any other damage makes me think otherwise. Snorlax kind of tough to bring here as well, especially with the Kartana and a Mismagius on the team. It just doesn't do enough damage. So, locking in just at the last second there. We're going to get into this first game. Let's see what David's rocking. I really like his team here, and I've definitely enjoyed playing with my team. I think there's some really good factors to it. I don't think it's the best team, but I've really enjoyed the Scarf Chomp, the Scarf, or not the Scarf, the Z-move Gyarados. Like, those are really, really cool features. And now Ego is a really fun Pokemon to use. I don't think this is the best now Ego team, but, definitely has some synergy at least. So, Coco Chomp here. We're going to see Garchomp and Braviary. Okay. That lead makes me wonder whether he's Scarf Chomp as well. Because it would make sense if he were. I really want to switch into Gyarados and just Thunderbolt Braviary. I think I will go for this. Tailwind's my main concern. My team is not well equipped to deal with Tailwind. I think I survive an Earthquake if I get the Intimidate off. So yeah, I will Thunderbolt and switch into Gyarados. He could be Sash Braviary, which would be bad. So once again, not knowing the items in this format, especially in best of one, such a big factor. So why playing with this team especially is a little bit scarier, because with bulkier teams, you can kind of adjust. But this team, it's like you're trying to trade heavy damage for heavy damage. So gonna bring in Gyarados. This could be bad. I am going to Intimidate the Garchomp and the Braviary. That should get a boost here. Yep, and there's the Defiant. Let's see if he protects Braviary. Nope, so it is Scarf Chomp, okay, which is what I thought, but I should survive this Earthquake. I really hope I do. It would be bad if I did not. Okay, good. So Coco hangs on. Is going to get this Thunderbolt off. He could be Sash, though. If it's Sash, this is going to be bad. Okay, good. So that was the lead I was expecting. Or the play that I was expecting. I was willing to take that jet damage because now Garchomp's forced to Earthquake alongside a partner, and Gyarados is in for free, so potentially has an opportunity to Dragon Dance. But I think it's just crazy how many Scarf Chomps we're seeing. Like, it feels like it hasn't had major performances really in real life or in major tournaments, but yeah, now Scarf Chomp's running everywhere. So we're gonna see Kartana come out. That's pretty good to see, especially because I've got my Chomp in the back. So if he wants, he's gonna have to Earthquake himself. And I would be fine with that. Because Leaf Blade doesn't knock out my Gyarados. And I've got Chomp, which can just Fire Fang. Maybe I want to switch out Coco here. Yeah, I like switching out into my Chomps, though, here. Because Coco can just one-shot the Cortana with a Hidden Power Fire. The question is whether I want to Dragon Dance here or not. You could switch out. Okay, I like the opportunity to Dragon Dance here. I think his Chomp's probably going to stay in an Earthquake, honestly. But, no, he switches out. Great. So, he's going to switch that out. He's going to switch into Feeny, which is also what I was potentially thinking. So, I am still obviously a little bit concerned. I wonder what Cortana goes for here. If he Leaf Blades on the Coco, that'd be really nice, because he'll take Rough Skin damage, I'll get Chomp in relatively for free, and get the Dragon Dance up, and I don't have to worry about a potential critical hit. So we are going to see Leaf Blade. He is going to target down Chomp, great. No crit, which is also excellent. So he is going to take some Rough Skin damage, but Gyarados will get this Dragon Dance up, which is very nice. So yeah, I almost Ice Fang Garchomp there, because I thought he might have stayed in, and part of me really wanted to just stay in with my Coco, but I'm glad I did not. Okay, so with Nile Eagle in the back, Nile Eagle's not really that great here, to be honest with you. I'm going to Fire Fang. Do I want to Fire Fang, actually? I really want to double up into Feeny with the Poison Jab move. And I think I actually will go for this. Yeah, I'm going to try to knock Feeny out here. Because Cortana protects also. Perfect. So that's what I was predicting. Because I did have Fire Fang, but Feeny could Moonblast and just knock out Chomp, and I don't want that. So I think this double... Ooh, wow, that is so bulky. What the heck? Okay, I was not expecting that much bulk. It survived that Poison Jab with over 50%, so this Z move is probably not going to knock it out. I thought it would. If it did pick up the knockout, I think I would just win the game. Well, maybe it's better I don't pick up the knockout. Let's see first of all, and that also depends on what Feeny goes for, whether it's a Moonblast, which he probably will be going for, something else. And it does hang on with just a sliver of HP. He does go for the Moonblast. Okay. On to Gyarados, interestingly enough, though. And it is lefty, so a very defensive Feeny, but I'll take that. There was a lot of important information there. Cortana revealed that it's not Assault Vest because it did protect as well, so that's good to note. So maybe expecting Chomp to switch out or something there. Maybe I'll switch out here. I know Coco has HP Fire, so if I can get that in safely, I can just HP Fire him. So I think what I'll do here is Poison Jab, Feeny, and just Protect, hoping he knocks out my Garchomp. Although, one bad play is if Feeny switches out right now into Garchomp. I'm protecting. This could be bad. Okay, he stays in though. So if I were him, I would have contemplated switching out. We'll see whether he knocks out my Gyarados or Garchomp, or whether... Oh, he stays in and doesn't protect. Okay, so that makes this a little bit easier. Because we know it's Scarf Chomp, so he has to lock himself into an attack. And he is going to Leaf Blade into Protect. Wow, okay. So that's really, really good. I thought my opponent... Like, it would have been kind of bad if he knocked out Garchomp and switched into Garchomp. And personally, I think that's what I would have done there. So it's not over yet, but I feel a lot better about my position. Question is, he'll probably lock himself in a Rock Slide, right? Which is not good, actually, for me. But I've got Fire Fang. Rock Slide probably doesn't knock out Gyarados if he doesn't flinch. I'm going to switch into Nile Ego and go for an Ice Fang. If I get this Ice Fang off, I just win the game outright. So he would have to, kind of similar to yesterday's game, actually, crit or flinch. I mean, I think he definitely Rock Slides here instead of Earthquake. If he Earthquakes, I just win the game instantly. Yeah, there's a Rock Slide. Now Ego avoids it. That's not the right one. It is going to connect with Gyarados. Does that knock me out? No, I hang on. Do I flinch? Nope. Okay, good. So that should seal up the game. Unless Ice Fang doesn't knock him out, but I'm pretty sure it does. Good. Getting a crit there. Don't think that mattered since I was at +1 attack. I'm going to take the Rough Skin damage. But now it's Cortana against the world. That could have played out very differently if he did flinch me, though. Because we did see the Leaf Blade. Although it did target Gyarados. Okay, so it would come down because Admin Dragon Claw... Or actually, no, I guess Misty Terrain is up. But then I would get in my Garchomp for free. So he would basically have to flinch me because I could just Fire Fang the Cortana. I'm going to bring Coco and just hit him Power Fire. But yeah, with Garchomp having Fire Fang access, I don't know whether that actually knocks out Cortana. I kind of actually, maybe I should have brought out Chomp just to see that calc, see whether it's relevant or not. But yeah, if I knocked out, because if Fire Fang knocks out Cortana, given that I am admin, I haven't taken any attack decreases, then I'm pretty much in the clear anyway. And he's obviously more offensive as opposed to AV. So it's probably just max attack, max speed Cortana, so now I can just HP Fire and knock it out. So yep, Coco's going to go for the hidden power. I haven't used this too much, honestly. That's because we've seen a lot of threats to Coco. The idea behind HP Fire was that, oh, there are a lot of Now Egos running around right now, so I can go Tapu Koko Now Ego. And if it is AV, then I can just knock it out immediately with the HP Fire. But you're kind of rolling the dice and gambling right away because you don't know whether they're going to be AV or Focus Sash. So that's always a little bit scary. But we do pick up a win here, and I think really just getting that knockout turn 1 onto the Braviary was a big deal. Fortunately, was not Focus Sashed, wasn't able to get a potential Tailwind up, and ultimately giving it the attack increase did not matter very much. Also, just being able to knock out Feeny was big. You saw how defensive that was, though, man. Like, it was able to take that Poison Jab with over 50%, was able to take that Water Z move and hang on with just a sliver of HP. But the turn after that just ended up playing heavily in my favor. So, good game to my opponent there. It's really cool to see Braviary and how common Scarf Chomp is getting. Like, it's, I think with the last 3 games we played on Road to Rank, yesterday's episode and this one, like all Scarf Chomps. But we're gonna find a Japanese opponent for our next opponent today. Once again, another Garchomp, Cortana, Arcanine, Feeny team, but this one with Coco and with the Whimsicott. And I do not like seeing Whimsicott here one bit. Got in my butt kicked against, last time my opponent used Whimsicott, although that was the Nature Power team. The trouble with Whimsicott is, like, we have a lot of similar Pokemon. Like, we're using 3 of the 6 same Pokemon. And Whimsicott just allows my opponent to set up Tailwind immediately. I don't think it's going to be Scarf Chomp this time around, because he doesn't have any levitating or flying Pokemon. So you can't just Earthquake freely. So maybe I can leverage that to my advantage. I really like the Coco Garchomp lead here. I don't have many Pokemon that can protect. I think I'll go Gyarados Now You go again. This seems like a decent core 4. Arcanine's like kind of tempting here. Mainly against Cortana. But maybe Cortana's a big enough threat that I actually do need Arcanine. But I feel like I always need to go Gyarados if I'm going with Chomp, because I need to be able to switch something in freely to Earthquake immediately. And Now he goes just so darn tempting still. Against, I hit super effectively against 5 of the 6 Pokemon. So, yep, I'm going to conform and still bring it. Poor Arcanine, doesn't see much usage on this team. Saw a lot more usage on the previous one, but I think it's tough, right? Because it has like a specific role to fill, but it's tough to use it to counter Cortana when there's so many threats to Arcanine, like Garchomp, like Tapu Fini and whatnot. And even Coco. Like, Coco's Thunderbolt can just knock me out, especially if it's boosted by Life Orb Specs, because I'm not bulky at all. So we see Whimsicott Coco, okay. Not much I can really do here. I mean, the question is whether he protects or not. Because I really want to just switch into Gyarados and Earthquake. But, you know, the other thing is maybe Whimsicott doesn't go for a Tailwind here. The safest play really is to just protect Tailwind, though. So maybe I have to, yeah. I did not, like, build around Whimsicott at all. This is very scary. I think Coco's probably going to protect here. And Whimsicott's thinking Tailwind. But if Whimsicott doesn't Tailwind, that's a frustrating thing, because I could double up onto it for a knockout immediately. But I think he definitely Tailwinds here. So I'm going to hope he Tailwinds and, or not protects, just loses Coco. Because Coco switches out, good switch. Into Feeny, okay. That's a switch that makes a lot of sense, and I'm frustrated because I could have gone for the Dazzling Gleam Poison Jab play. But, I don't know, the thing is, if Coco protects and Whimsicott sets up Tailwind and I knock out Whimsicott, oh, he's probably going to Nature's Power here, actually. Which is boosted because of terrain. Oh man, another Whimsicott. And last time I learned, yeah, because of... Oh, that is so clever. That is so clever. Yeah, so because of the terrain, Whimsicott turns into an offensive beast. There's not much I could have done to counteract that. Other than switching Chomp out into Now Ego turn 1. Which might have not have been a bad play. But I got wrecked there. So now I really wonder if he has even Tailwind or not. Because if not, that could be very good for me. I'm going to bring in Coco here. Oh shoot, that just turns Nature Power into Electric type, doesn't it? Against Gyarados. Man, Whimsicott is actually such a cool Pokemon. Okay, I'm gonna switch out into Now Ego. I want to just Dazzling Gleam here, because I think Feeny switches out. I'm playing from behind, so I have to make some big plays. Yeah, Gyarados switches out. Now Ego. If he has Tailwind, like, I'm kind of screwed regardless. Feeny switches out. Show me Garchomp. Nice. Okay, at least I got this turn going for me. Somewhat. Nice. Okay, I was kind of hoping to bait him into that. Perfect. Wait, do we see whether it's Scarf Chomp or not? I don't think so. If you were Scarf Chomp, though. I mean, I'm just gonna Dazzling Gleam here again. But I don't want to switch out Now Ego. Okay, so... Yeah, I mean, if he has Tailwind, you protect Tailwind this turn. He could still be Scarfed. I don't know if he is or not. Ugh. Scarf would make a lot of sense. Or no, it wouldn't make a lot of sense here. Okay, I'm gonna protect Dazzling Gleam. If he doesn't have Tailwind, this could be very good for me. Oh, but his Whimsicott could protect. But he doesn't. It's not switching out or anything. Okay. Is he Scarfed? Ah! He actually is Scarfed. Wow. Man, he's Scarf Chomp with nothing. Let's Flying type. Okay, I made a call there thinking he might not have been. Even if I switch into Gyarados, I don't know if I could have won the game there. Now it's just over. Well, not necessarily. Man, Nature's Power Whimsicott is so strong. I guess, yeah, I mean, assuming it was Scarfed, I guess I should have switched out. But the thing is, if I were my opponent, I would have considered going for a Nature's Power onto the Gyarados slot. Yeah. I can't believe it. Every Garchomp we're running into is Choice Scarf. Like, literally every single one. What a timeline. What do I need here? He's going to Nature's Power my Gyarados and Earthquake. So I need to at least hope. I think I need a triple protect if I want a shot at winning this. He could also be smart and just not go for the knockout. Or not knock his Whimsicott. Yeah, he's smart. He's very smart. That's frustrating too, because I could have protected and Waterfall, but he might have Encore, and he could Nature's Power me anyway. So what I was hoping for there was that he would knock himself out. But instead he went for the Protector Whimsicott, so I could have just gone for the play where I Waterfalled Gyarados immediately. Now I just definitely lose. Yeah, because he's gonna... Nature's Power still has priority. Very well played by my opponent. Very well played. And Whimsicott is a very bad Pokemon to deal with here. I also set up the Electric Terrain for my opponent, so that was kind of bad as well. Okay, I guess I have to go for another Protect with both. If there's no chance I win this. I mean, mathematically, I'm still in it, but I'm out. Yeah, now Ego fails to protect. Gyarados also fails. There's the Nature Power. Oh, well done. I should have predicted that seeing the Tapu Fini, I guess. Did my opponent's team have Coco? I don't even remember. Yeah, I did. So yeah, if you have Coco and Fini, I guess that makes sense. I really didn't think he would be Scarf Chomp. But I guess his team is bulky enough where you can Earthquake against like next to Whimsicott and Cortana, and it would make some sense. But that was very, very interesting in general. well played by my opponent, honestly. I kind of got my butt kicked there, and that's not, like, I'm decently content with how I played. Like, I think Garchomp's Earthquake probably would still knock out my Coco since he smartly Thunderbolted into the Coco slot that turn, knowing the play. So, but I guess my only option at that point is still switching into Gyarados, hoping I survive. Because if I do survive, then I pick up a double knockout, and then I've got Coco with Now Eagle in the back. But if his last one's Cortana, it would depend on what item Cortana has. But yeah, I guess that's like the one play I could have played out differently. I just really thought he would Nature's Power into my Now Ego. But I guess at that point, like, I didn't really think of what item the Garchomp could potentially have, and my mind's pretty blown, honestly. like, I'm using Scarf Chomp, and then like both Garchomps we ran into today were Scarf Chomp, both Garchomps yesterday were Scarf Chomp. So yeah, guys, like, I used Now Eagle on this team because everyone was using the Z move on Garchomp, but obviously that's not the case anymore. I mean, I think if you look at future tournaments, the Z move will probably still be the most common one, but Scarf Chomp is running everywhere on the ladder right now, especially in like this ELO or this rating, like the 1700s, like high 1600s, 1700s, low 1800s. So yeah, I guess at this point, like, that's why this team, like, maybe it's finally time to retire it, because Now Eagle performs so well when it threatens Garchomp with HP Ice, but I just get dunked on by these Garchomps now because they just outspeed and knock me out. Which is a little bit frustrating. So poor Now Eagle, like, I wanted to make it do well, but like, when your opponent has Scarf Chomp and Cortana, like, it's just really difficult for it to really do much. But that last game, just really well played by our opponent, making like full use of that Whimsicott. It's a really clever way of being able to knock out Garchomp due to the priority from Nature's Power and from Tapu Fini's terrain. So maybe something I want to explore in the future. I didn't know whether it was Sash, whether it was a Tailwind variant. And just really fascinating team there. You know, it's 2 times I've lost to Whimsicott, so maybe it's time I either use it or figure out a way to beat it, or just have a better counter to it on my teams. But that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. As always, leave a like if you did. Once again, give me any feedback on, you know, the QR teams and what you would potentially like to see from that feature. Maybe offer some of your teams. I'll check them out and potentially even feature them soon on Road to Rank. So definitely let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, peace.